The Vijnana Bhairava Tantra is one of the most profound and enigmatic texts of the tantric tradition, offering a practical and experiential approach to realizing the deeper truths of existence. Originating from the Shiva Tantra school of Kashmir, this ancient work is a dialogue between the divine couple, Shiva, Bhairava, and Shakti, Bhairavi. Within this sacred discourse, Shakti seeks to understand the essence of reality and the path to spiritual liberation, while Shiva responds by revealing 112 meditative techniques, each a key to unlocking deeper layers of consciousness. These techniques, known as dharanas, span a vast spectrum of practices that draw from breath, sound, light, sensation, and thought, all designed to transcend the limitations of ordinary awareness and enter into the infinite state of pure consciousness, or Vijnana. At its heart, the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra is not a text of abstract metaphysics, but one of lived experience. It bypasses dogma and ritual, directing the practitioner toward a direct and intimate encounter with the divine in the present moment. It emphasizes that the sacred is not something to be found only in temples or esoteric rites, but is present in every breath, sensation, and thought. This approach makes the Tantra a dynamic and radical work, which asserts that every aspect of life, whether it is pleasure or pain, movement or stillness, sound or silence, can be a gateway to the ultimate truth. The Vijnana Bhairava Tantra presents a view of reality that is inherently non-dual. It does not seek to escape or deny the material world, but invites the practitioner to see the divine play, or lila, within all forms of experience. The text's guiding principle is that through deep awareness and focused meditation, any moment or action can become a doorway to realizing one's own nature as boundless consciousness. This is achieved not through analysis or intellectual understanding, but through direct, experiential insight into the nature of being. Each of the 112 techniques in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra reveals a unique path to transcending dualities, such as mind and body, self and other, and time and space. These practices guide the practitioner to find a still point within the flow of life, where distinctions dissolve and pure awareness is realized. What sets this work apart from other spiritual texts is its inclusiveness and versatility. These techniques can be adapted to fit the practitioner's temperament, current state, and life circumstances, making the Tantra a living, evolving practice. The Vijnana Bhairava Tantra sees life as a series of triadic interactions. Each experience consists of an action, a reaction, and a moderating factor that guides the relationship between the two. This triadic structure is not merely a conceptual model, but a living dynamic that mirrors how consciousness operates. Each technique in the Tantra can be understood as a dance between these triadic elements, leading to an emergent state that transcends its components. This emergent state is where the practitioner touches the mystery of pure consciousness, a state where opposites merge and distinctions dissolve into unity. The goal of these practices is not to transcend life by escaping it, but to fully immerse oneself in life's flow, recognizing that the source of all phenomena is a single, boundless awareness. The Vijnana Bhairava Tantra teaches that the path to enlightenment is not linear. It is a dance between the seen and the unseen, the manifest and the unmanifest. By embracing this dance and turning inward to the subtler layers of experience, the practitioner discovers that their very nature is Bhairava, the limitless, unchanging consciousness that underlies all existence. This understanding of the Tantra's teachings lays the foundation for exploring its techniques through the triadic framework of action, reaction, and limitation. By applying this triadic model, we can deepen our comprehension of how these ancient meditative practices unfold, interact, and ultimately lead to the emergence of pure awareness. Each section of the analysis will offer a window into the transformative potential of these practices, revealing how they are designed to guide the practitioner from the dualities of ordinary perception into the direct experience of unity, freedom, and expansive consciousness. In studying the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra through this lens, we are invited to approach each moment, each breath, and each thought as an opportunity to encounter the sacred within ourselves. The techniques are not merely steps to be followed, but invitations to experience the mysteries of being directly, using the body, mind, and heart as vehicles to journey into the boundless essence that is our true nature. Section 1. Coexistence and Equilibrium. Prana Kumbhaka, meditating on the pause between breaths. Prana Kumbhaka focuses on the natural pause between inhalation and exhalation to cultivate balanced awareness. This practice creates a state of presence that arises from observing the breath's transitions, resulting in a balanced stillness that exists beyond both inhaling and exhaling. Sit in a comfortable position with a straight spine, allowing the breath to flow naturally. Begin by observing your inhalation, the active drawing in of breath that fills your lungs and activates awareness. As you exhale, notice the release of air, which acts as a natural balancing force, bringing the breath cycle to completion. Between these actions, there is a subtle pause, a gap known as kumbhaka. This moment of stillness serves as a point of equilibrium, moderating the transition between inhalation and exhalation. In this pause, direct your attention fully. Inhalation is the initiatory force that brings life and awareness into the body. Exhalation is the balancing response that releases energy and tension. The pause or kumbhaka between breaths is the moderating factor that creates a steady state of equilibrium. By meditating on this gap, the practitioner experiences the stillness that transcends the act of breathing. The awareness that arises from observing these transitions is not solely linked to the inhale or the exhale. It is the balanced presence that emerges from focusing on the pause, a feeling of timelessness and expansion. This balanced awareness anchors the mind, allowing the practitioner to experience a state of quietude and insight, a direct taste of Vijnana or inner knowledge. Section 2. Reinforcement and Feedback. Nada Yoga, meditating on the inner sound. Nada Yoga involves meditating on the subtle inner sound to deepen awareness. This technique reinforces a deeper state of consciousness by focusing on the continuous and ever-present inner sound. It provides feedback to the practitioner on their mental state and serves as a guide towards subtler layers of awareness. Sit quietly and bring your attention inward, listening for a subtle inner sound. This sound, known as nada, might initially seem faint or intermittent. With focused attention, the sound will grow clearer, intensifying as your awareness deepens. As you become more absorbed in the sound, notice the silence that surrounds and permeates it. This silence is not empty, but rich with potential, guiding you to even more profound levels of awareness. Actively listening to the initial sound directs consciousness toward the subtle frequencies of awareness within. As attention intensifies, the inner sound becomes more distinct, reinforcing and amplifying the depth of concentration. The silence surrounding the sound acts as a feedback mechanism, helping the practitioner reorient their focus when distractions arise, drawing them back to the subtler sound until it dissolves into pure silence. Through this practice, a meditative state arises in which sound and silence are experienced as interdependent. The practitioner's awareness becomes deeply tuned to an internal stillness that transcends both sound and silence, providing insight into the nature of consciousness itself. This emergent awareness is the realization of the mind's capacity to remain centered amidst sensory input and mental fluctuations. Section 3. Causal and reversion. Dhyana on a flame, or the contemplation of a candle flame. Dhyana on a flame utilizes the external flame as a cause for internal illumination. By focusing intently on the external flame, the practitioner is guided to a recognition of an inner light. The practice then encourages a reversal of focus, moving from the external to the internal and back again, cultivating a profound awareness that bridges inner and outer perception. Light a candle and place it at eye level in a dim room. Begin by gazing steadily at the flame. Let your awareness rest on the form, brightness, and subtle flickers of the flame. As you concentrate, a deepening calmness emerges, allowing the mind to become absorbed in the flame's presence. Gradually close your eyes while retaining the image of the flame within your mind's eye. Shift your awareness to this inner flame, feeling its warmth and light within. Action. Gazing at the external flame serves as the initial cause that focuses the mind. Reaction. The inner visualization of the flame is the reactive force that internalizes the external stimulus, allowing awareness to move inward. Limitation. The boundary between outer and inner perception mediates this shift, enabling the practitioner to reverse their focus back to the external flame if needed, blurring the line between the outer and inner realms. The experience of the light within transcends both the external flame and the internal visualization. As the practitioner cycles between gazing outward and focusing inward, they recognize that the source of illumination exists beyond both forms. This emergent realization dissolves the dichotomy between external and internal, fostering a sense of unity and expanded awareness. Section 4. Non-linear and retrospective. Shabda Dhyana, or the contemplation of a single sound. Shabda Dhyana involves focusing on a single sound to bypass linear thought processes, leading to an immediate experience of its essence. Retrospectively, the practitioner recognizes the sound's origin, moving past intellectual analysis into direct insight. Choose a sound, such as a mantra or a natural tone, like the ringing of a bell. Allow the sound to fill your awareness, repeating it mentally or listening to it with full attention. As you focus, let the sound guide your consciousness into a state where the analytical mind quiets down. Rather than dissecting the sound into its beginning, middle, and end, simply experience it as a continuous, unbroken presence. Action. Repeating or listening to the sound initiates the practice, drawing focus to a singular point of awareness. Reaction. Without linear analysis, consciousness leaps immediately to the source of the sound, allowing for a deeper, non-linear state of presence to emerge. Limitation. Retrospective awareness of the sound's cessation connects the experience from beginning to end, framing it in a timeless moment where the sound's origin and essence are understood. Through this practice, the recognition of sound's essence emerges, which exists independently of its perceived beginning, middle, or end. This non-linear realization breaks the habitual modes of thinking and allows the practitioner to experience the formless nature that lies beneath sound, guiding them into a state of timeless awareness. Section 5. Inclusive and exclusive. Vishva Dhyana, or meditation on the whole universe as one's body. Vishva Dhyana aims to expand awareness to embrace the entire universe as part of oneself, while cultivating the discernment to exclude distractions that dilute this experience. This practice helps the practitioner realize a state of universal self-awareness, where all phenomena are inclusively integrated into their consciousness. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and gradually expand your awareness. Begin by feeling your own body, recognizing sensations, thoughts, and emotions as they arise. Slowly, extend this awareness outward. Imagine that the boundaries of your body dissolve and that your consciousness expands to include everything around you, the space in the room, the sounds, the air. Further, extend your awareness to the entirety of the universe. As you do so, accept each sensation, thought, and perception as part of your meditative practice, creating a field of inclusive consciousness. At the same time, exercise discernment by excluding any irrelevant or distracting elements that might disturb this expansive state. Use this selective focus to refine and maintain the meditation on the broader inclusive experience. Action. Expanding awareness to include all sensations, thoughts, and perceptions in the universe. This creates an inclusive state where the practitioner sees every experience as part of their larger being. Reaction. Accepting and integrating all experiences as part of the practice. This inclusive reaction deepens the sense of interconnectedness and dissolves the boundary between the self and the external world. Limitation. The practice of discernment acts as the limiting factor. By selectively excluding distractions, the practitioner maintains the expansive awareness without becoming overwhelmed or diluted. The state that emerges from this practice is one of universal self-awareness. The practitioner experiences all phenomena as part of an integrated whole, where the sense of individual identity expands to encompass the entirety of existence. This realization transcends dualities and separations, revealing a spacious, interconnected state of being. Section 6. Conjoined and bottlenecked. Tritaka, or gazing steadily at a single point. Tritaka involves focusing on a single point to unify awareness and create intense concentration. The practice acts as a bottleneck, directing the flow of thoughts into one stream of consciousness. This unification of awareness leads to a state of deep mental clarity and steadiness. In a quiet room, place a candle or another object at eye level and at a comfortable distance. Sit in a stable posture and fix your gaze steadily on the chosen point. Let your eyes remain open and unwavering, focusing solely on this point. Gradually, notice how other thoughts and distractions begin to fade as your awareness narrows to this single visual focus. Over time, the mind's movements are funneled into a singular stream, creating an unbroken flow of concentration. As the practice continues, you may eventually close your eyes, attempting to maintain the image of the point in your mind's eye. This process further bottlenecks awareness into one point, eliminating the scattering of thoughts. A steady gaze on a single point actively channels attention to a fixed location, engaging the practitioner in the practice of focused concentration. Mental concentration on that point follows naturally as thoughts align with the visual field, reinforcing the focus. The restriction of awareness to only the point of focus acts as the bottleneck, filtering out distractions and preventing the mind from wandering. The unified state of concentrated awareness arises from this conjoining of visual and mental focus. The practitioner experiences a clarity of mind where extraneous thoughts are silenced, allowing an undisturbed perception of inner stillness. This mental one-pointedness fosters a deeper inner calm and prepares the mind for more advanced meditative practices. Section 7. Harmonic and dissonant. Breath awareness in both nostrils, also known as anuloma viloma. Anuloma viloma, or alternate nostril breathing, seeks to harmonize the breath's flow through both nostrils, revealing any dissonance in this rhythm as a guide for realignment. The practice promotes balance between the body's energies, leading to a state of inner harmony and equilibrium. Sit comfortably with a straight spine. use your right thumb to close off your right nostril and inhale slowly through the left nostril. At the peak of inhalation, close the left nostril with your ring finger and open the right nostril, exhaling fully. Inhale again through the right nostril, then switch to exhale through the left. This completes one cycle of Anuloma Viloma. As you continue this practice, become keenly aware of the breath's flow through each nostril. Pay attention to the harmony between inhalation and exhalation, as well as any differences in the breath's ease through either nostril. These variations provide insight into the body's internal balance and guide adjustments to achieve a more harmonic flow. Inhalation through one nostril initiates the cycle, focusing the practitioner's awareness on the breath's flow. Exhalation through the opposite nostril complements and balances the breathing rhythm, harmonizing the body's energy flow. Observing the harmony or dissonance between both nostrils serves as a limiting factor, allowing the practitioner to adjust their breathing for balanced energy. The emergent state from this practice is a balanced and harmonious flow of breath and energy within the body. As dissonance is noticed and corrected, the practitioner experiences an internal rhythm that aligns with the body's natural equilibrium. This harmony leads to mental calmness, emotional steadiness, and heightened self-awareness. Section 8. Convergent and Divergent. Centering in the heart space, also known as Hridayakasha Dharana. Hridayakasha Dharana involves focusing all attention on the heart space, the spiritual center of the body. From this center, awareness can then diverge outward, expanding into all directions while remaining anchored in the heart. This practice creates a sense of spaciousness and openness that is both expansive and deeply rooted. Sit quietly and close your eyes. Direct your focus inward, centering your attention on the physical heart space in the middle of your chest. Feel the gentle pulse and warmth emanating from this area. As you continue to focus, allow your awareness to spread outwards from the heart, filling your entire body. Then, let your awareness extend even further, expanding beyond your physical form into the surrounding space. Despite this expansive divergence, maintain the heart as your central anchor. Continually return to the heart space as the focal point, which provides the sense of centeredness amidst the expansion. Directing focus to the heart center initiates the process of inward attention, grounding the practitioner in a specific point within the body. Allowing awareness to diverge outward from the heart spreads consciousness to encompass the entire body and beyond, merging internal and external experiences. Maintaining the heart as the central anchor serves as the moderating force, holding the expansive awareness within the bounds of the heart space. The spacious and open state of awareness that emerges is characterized by both expansiveness and rootedness. The heart space becomes a central point of convergence, anchoring the awareness that diverges to include all directions. This balanced state fosters a deep sense of inner openness, compassion, and connectedness, revealing the heart as the seat of boundless consciousness. Section 9. Combination and Division. Meditating on Opposites, or Viparita Bhavana. Viparita Bhavana focuses on combining opposing sensations, experiences, or concepts, such as hot and cold, light and dark, to transcend duality. By experiencing these opposites together, the practitioner learns to perceive beyond polarities, recognizing their underlying unity while maintaining discernment of each element's distinct qualities. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and bring to mind a specific pair of opposites. You might begin with sensations like warmth and coolness, imagining one filling your body while simultaneously bringing awareness to its opposite. Allow yourself to experience both sensations together without analyzing or judging them. Notice how they interplay, merge, and yet retain their unique qualities. As the practice deepens, observe how the mind seeks to integrate these contrasting experiences. Instead of clinging to one and rejecting the other, simply witness them both. Gradually, your awareness will move beyond the apparent division between these opposites, sensing a field of unity where they coexist. Contemplating one aspect of an opposite pair, such as warmth, directs your awareness to engage fully with that specific quality. Shifting focus to its complement, like coolness, balances the experience, creating an interplay between both opposites. Recognizing the simultaneous presence and interaction of both qualities mediates the practice, creating a space where the dual experiences can be observed as part of a larger whole. The state that arises from this practice transcends dualistic thinking, integrating opposites into a non-dual realization. As opposites are experienced together, the practitioner perceives the underlying unity that holds them both. This emergent state leads to a deeper sense of equanimity, where oppositional forces are seen as complementary aspects of a greater reality, revealing the interconnected nature of all experiences. Section 10. Association and Disassociation. Associating thought with the sky, or Akasha Dhyana. Akasha Dhyana aims to transform the relationship with thoughts by associating them with the vast, open sky. This practice helps the practitioner view thoughts as fleeting and spacious, eventually leading to disassociation from them, cultivating a state of mental spaciousness and freedom. Begin by sitting comfortably and closing your eyes. As thoughts arise naturally in the mind, visualize each one as a cloud floating through the vast expanse of the sky. Imagine your awareness as the open sky, boundless, clear, and unaffected by the thoughts passing through it. Allow each thought to arise, exist momentarily, and then dissolve back into the spaciousness, like clouds dispersing in the wind. The key is to associate thoughts with the vastness of the sky, acknowledging their temporary nature while maintaining a sense of open awareness. Gradually, as you witness this transitory movement, disassociate from the thoughts themselves, resting in the sky-like awareness that remains spacious and unaffected by any particular cloud or thought form. Allowing thoughts to arise naturally is the initial action, recognizing the mind's flow of mental activity. Associating each thought with the spaciousness of the sky creates a mental perspective shift, allowing thoughts to be seen as fleeting phenomena within a larger awareness. Disassociating from identification with thoughts serves as the limiting factor, where the sky-like awareness remains unbounded and unmoved by individual thoughts. Through this practice, the practitioner experiences a profound sense of mental spaciousness and freedom. Thoughts no longer feel binding or all-encompassing. Instead, they appear as passing clouds in a vast, expansive sky. This emergent state reveals the mind's inherent openness and capacity for pure awareness, where thoughts are acknowledged without attachment or judgment. Section 11. Integration and Disintegration. Merging with breath, also known as pranayama, to merge self and breath. This practice involves intimately observing and feeling the breath to dissolve the separation between self and breath. Through the process of integration, the practitioner merges their sense of self into the rhythm of the breath. Ultimately, this identification is disintegrated to reveal pure awareness that is no longer bound to the experience of breathing or any other aspect of the self. Sit in a comfortable, upright position and bring your full attention to the breath. Feel each inhalation deeply, as though every breath is filling not just your lungs, but your entire being. With each exhalation, release all tension, letting your awareness merge fully with the breath. Gradually, The boundary between breather and breath begins to dissolve as you immerse yourself more completely in the flow of respiration. As the practice continues, the breath and the self feel like one undivided movement. From this space of unity, allow the focus on the breath to fade. Let awareness disintegrate from its association with both the breath and the self, revealing a pure state of consciousness that transcends both form and function. Observing and feeling the breath intimately initiates a profound self-awareness, identifying the practitioner with the rhythmic movement of breathing. Merging deeper into the breath's flow dissolves any boundaries between the observer and the breath, fostering a unified sense of self-breath integration. Disintegration of the self-breath identification serves as the moderating factor, allowing pure awareness to emerge beyond the individual experience of breathing. The emergent state is one of expansive awareness, where the sense of I is no longer separate from the act of breathing. The practitioner experiences the breath as a natural, effortless flow within a boundless awareness. This pure consciousness is free from any identification with form or action, revealing the stillness and spaciousness that lie beyond all phenomena. The Vijnana Bhairava Tantra offers profound pathways to self-realization, with each of its 112 techniques providing a unique method to explore consciousness. By analyzing these practices through the triadic framework of action, reaction, and limitation, practitioners gain a structured way to deepen their understanding and cultivate transformative states of awareness. This triadic model encourages practitioners to not only understand each technique's process, but also to actively observe how these interactions unfold in their own experience. By reflecting on the interplay of initiating action, balancing reaction, and moderating limitation, one can witness the emergence of deeper states of presence and insight. These emergent states, however, are not just byproducts of meditation. They represent gateways to experiencing life more fully, with awareness moving beyond dualities and into unity. Importantly, this framework invites spontaneity. While it offers structure, the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra also encourages practitioners to go beyond rigid forms, allowing meditations to unfold in ways that reflect the present moment's flow. This adaptability reveals the practices as more than static techniques. They are living experiences meant to be integrated into every action, breath, and thought. For further study, practitioners are encouraged to apply this triadic analysis to both meditative practice and daily life, recognizing that each moment, whether serene or chaotic, can serve as a gateway to pure awareness. Ultimately, the techniques are stepping stones leading to a direct experience of Vijnana, the pure consciousness that underlies all phenomena, inviting the practitioner to embody the essence of Bhairava, the boundless awareness beyond form. By embracing the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra as both a guide and a living journey, practitioners open themselves to the mystery of the sacred in every moment, uncovering deeper layers of unity, presence, and self-awareness.